selfish. I want you to myself, I can't help it. All mine. Yeah, maybe I'm selfish. You're mine, lady. Maybe I'm selfish. I want you to myself, I can't help it.
Okay, so I had my pre-op appointment today at the place where I'm going to get my breast augmentation, which was CG Cosmetics. And let me sit up for you guys. It's CG Cosmetics. I am going to get my surgery tomorrow, which will be a Saturday, by Dr. Hunsaker. So today is Friday. I will rest on Sunday, and Monday I will have my post-op, and then honestly I'm gonna hop on the flight back home because I want to go home and be comfortable. Not that it's bad here, but I just want to be home. The experience was not bad. So today I got there was a security guard outside. He was really nice. He just had like a list. He checked me in. And then when I went up to the front desk, they gave me basically a stack of papers to fill out and sign off on things. And they asked me to show them the card that I paid with because I already had paid my surgery. So they said that they needed to see the card that I paid with and my ID. When you go and return the paperwork, they give you back your card, but your ID, they said they'll give to you in the back area. So I waited for almost an hour. I got there at 2. I waited for almost an hour. About 3 o'clock, they called me in the back area. I signed off on my financial records and signed the receipts again in person. And they gave me back my ID. And then they took me over to like a little hallway area, and I have a little clip of that hallway and what that looked like, so I'll probably insert that right here. And I waited in the hallway area for I think about another hour. And then I got a little impatient. I Ubered me some food during that time. The dude forgot. I got Chipotle. He forgot my fork. So I ended up seeing that there was a Chipotle or a Subway down the street. So I got up and I walked to Subway and I bought me some cookies because I like cookies. And I grabbed a fork from them. By the time that I came back, I said, let me go inside and make sure they didn't call me. So I asked the desk lady or whatever with food in my hand, and she's like, oh, come on. So they take me back. There's like another little hallway with like the desk and the chair. If you look at any of the other YouTube videos where they describe this little desk and chair setup, it is a little ratchet. But she just like at her own little station. So I'll go back there, sit in the chair. She took my blood pressure, pricked my finger, and did the blood COVID test. So we sat there for a couple of minutes while that went through. That was obviously negative. So she just recorded that on the paperwork and sent me back down that other hallway with all the other girls that were waiting there. And I didn't have it that bad. A lot of girls I heard they had to wait a lot longer because they did not have their labs done prior. I had my labs done with my primary care physician. The only thing that took me so long really is the next part when I got back there to my medical assistant, which didn't take that long. They were missing like parts of my labs. So I had these faxed over at least 3 times prior to coming in, including once today. But I was able to like sign in on her computer into my medical history and portal through my healthcare system, and we were able to print off all of my labs and EKG and everything. So once we did that, she was like, okay, do you have any questions for me? I didn't really have questions. We took pictures before pictures. She had me like hunch over and take a couple of like different poses side. And then she explained to me like all of the things that I need to do for pre-op. I don't know. I mean, that's really it for right now. I don't have my surgery time yet because everything kind of ran over and they were trying to get people out at the end of the day. So she said that they would call me possibly around now to give me my surgery time. So I'll probably come back and update once I have that call. As far as the size I'm getting, we did confirm the type. So I am getting silicone gummy bear under the muscle. And as far as sizing, she was like, did you have like a certain size in mind or anything like that? And I told her that I already did my research and I understand that the profile and the CCs is basically what's going to make up the look that I want. And so I was like, I have the pictures that I want. I have a good idea of what I want, but I'm just going to discuss it with Dr. Hunsaker. So that's really it. It wasn't like an eventful day. Overall, I got there at 2 p.m. and I was out by like 5:45. I'm about 20 minutes from the surgery center. So I'm back in the hotel room. I'm just chilling. I may go out to like the pool and the jacuzzi before the end of the night and hang out there. You know, just a little hoorah while I'm in Miami before my surgery tomorrow. But I'm gonna come back and update you in a little bit.
To my thick chicks down in Texas, all the way to New
Right.
and in the land.
That's because I was trying to get cheap. She spent $2,000.
Detroit, yeah, the place that I rest, where the ladies got asses and la sex.
Okay, so the reason why I look pale and crusty and ashy is because today is surgery day. I got the call at 8 p.m. last night that surgery was going to be scheduled for 2 p.m. And so me and my companion, my homegirl, got to be there at 1:30 today. It is 11:25. The Uber is going to come at 12:50. I just took a shower with antibacterial soap per the instructions. Nothing on, no jewelry, no nothing. I had to take everything out. I threw my hair up so I won't be bothered after surgery. I didn't lay my edges down. I have on the surgical bra because I'm going to show you guys what that looks like pre-op. So this is me pre-op. This is what they look like right now. Okay. So basically I'm gonna go there in a little bit. I'm gonna hang with my girl and I will update you guys after surgery and see how I'm feeling. I made myself like a little area with like my neck pillow, my bonnet, and my extra blankie and some pillows for right now. I'll probably ask for some extra pillows because those pillows are trash. I really need these eyebrows done too, but that's beside the point. I'll see y'all after my surgery.
They speak southern slang and smoke la cess. In New York, women are way too fresh.
Okay, so I am out of surgery. Surgery was scheduled for 2 p.m. and I got out of there I think just before 4. Really smooth, really cool. It wasn't a lot of pain. I just ate and took medicine not too long ago, so I'm sleepy right now. It's mainly just a lot of pressure. He's at a girl, so I have a lot of pressure in here and really around my arms. Not a lot of pain at all. I could lift my arms.
Put them down.
Okay, I'm put them down. My friend, my lovely caretaker, has been yelling at me about lifting my arms and doing too much. I've been getting up and down and stuff. Like, I'm feeling pretty good right now. I ended up getting 525 cc's, ultra high profile, and I'll give some details to the actual appointment, how it went, everything that happened, how Dr. Hunsaker was, in my next recording because I'm tired. So I'm going to bed. Okay, so I am now a full 24 hours post-op. As you can see, I'm doing pretty okay on my own. These are the girls. That's how they're looking today. I can't wait for them to drop. My incision is underneath. It doesn't really hurt that bad. It hasn't been like painful. I've been keeping up with my meds, so that's possibly also why. Just a lot of pressure here too. That's just what it is. I feel like per my frame, he did a really good job fitting my body. So he said that he was going to give me 525 cc's. I don't know if that's what he gave me yet. I go to my post-op tomorrow. Today is a Sunday, so they're not open, but I go to my post-op Monday at noon. I will do another video then to like tell you guys what I went through. But basically, from start to finish, me and my homegirl, my companion, we got there and we went to the surgery entrance, and there's a like a hallway, and at the end there's a little lady in a room that checks you in and lets them know you're ready to go. So we waited there for a little bit, and they finally called me out, and I went in the back with the nurse. So it looks like your typical doctor's office with like a nurse's station and then a couple of pre-op rooms. And then they have operation rooms in the back and like beds with curtains and stuff, kind of like a triage for recovery. So I went into the pre-op room. They had me change into my gown, which I'll insert a clip of how that was looking. They had me change into my gown, put all my clothes and my shoes into a bag. The bag stays there with your phone. They'll bring it over to the recovery area after you get out of surgery, I guess. And then I just bring the bra into the OR. First, I met my doctor after I changed and took my drug test. My doctor came in and talked to me. I had Dr. Hunsaker. He's really knowledgeable. He's taught the surgery, so I felt really comfortable with him. I showed him a couple pictures of his work. He had me stand up, looked around a little bit, and then he marked me up. And you could still see the markings, I think, there. I tried to wash them off, but he marked me up as far as like where he was gonna place everything. And then he suggested for my frame, my stature, and the way that my breast tissue already was, that I should get the ultra high profile. I trust him because he does this, like they turn titties out there. So I was like, all right, at first it sounded like a huge number, but I was like, all right. I mean, it's good. These are still swollen, very swollen, and yet they still pretty much fit my body. So, he was really cool, kept trying to joke with me, make me laugh. He explained who was going to be coming in next. So Mark, my anesthesiologist, he was cool too, very knowledgeable, explained what was going to happen to me, was getting me ready, and he was like, all right, I'll take you down to the room and then we'll get your IV set up and everything. So they got me in the OR, set up the IV into my hands. I had my arms laid out across the table. You see the big OR lights. I handed my bra over to one of the medical assistants that was in the room at the time. And really, he told me, all right, I'm going to put the solution in, and I'm going to give you some oxygen while you're breathing in. Just breathe in deep. You're going to breathe in for a little while, and then you'll feel that medicine come in, and you're going to be sleeping. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I was just like, hurry up and put me to sleep. I'm ready to get my titties. That was exactly what happened. They put the oxygen on my face. He said, start taking deep breaths. I did. I seen him kind of putting it in, and then I looked up, and I blinked, and it felt like I was blinking very slowly. I could feel and kind of taste the medicine, if that makes sense, coming with the oxygen. And then I was out. And then when I woke up, I just like looked down at first, and I was like, oh shit, tits. And then when the nurse saw that I woke up, I think they radioed each other. They were using my last name for my homegirl to come get me and everything. It was really quick. They came over. They helped me get dressed in my clothes. They put me in a wheelchair, wheeled me outside to her. And they stayed with me until the Uber got to us so we could get in. The ride back to the hotel was not that bad because I wasn't in a whole lot of pain. It was just like a lot of pressure here. What else? I feel like I'm forgetting to tell something. Not really a big deal. Like my homegirl had to get my scripts and prescriptions while I was in surgery. Only thing is that she really couldn't find anything like in the vicinity at first. CVS, Walgreens, all of them would be like missing one thing or another. So when I got out, I guess they suggested another pharmacy, like a local pharmacy that would have everything. So we Ubered there first. And we got all of my prescriptions. I think my prescriptions, I have 4 prescriptions, Percocets, muscle relaxers, antibiotics, and nausea pills in case you need them. All 4 of those ran me about $124 when I went to the pharmacy. So be mindful about extra pricing like that. You have to be mindful about the garments, because I chose to buy my own on Amazon and bring them. And they were asking me like, oh, do you have the scar cream? Do you have the band? It's expensive there. I just said yes. If he tells me I really need the band, then I'm gonna make sure to go get a band and have it Amazon to my house. But other than that, I just made sure that I bought the garment, which was like $20 or so or something like that, and the compression socks, which was like a pack of 3 for like $10. So save yourself some money there if you can. But they did it real quick. We sat outside. They filled all my prescriptions in like 15 minutes. We got another Uber back to the hotel. I ordered food on the way so it could be there with me. And then as soon as I got back, I took my muscle relaxer first. That helped a whole lot. And then I went ahead and took a Percocet. I'm gonna just take my meds, but otherwise I feel good. I've been getting up and walking around. And so it's about 5:30, just after 5:30 here. So I'm officially 24 hours post-op. I went in at 2 for my appointment. Well, I had to be there at 1:30, but I probably went in really around like 2:10. I was out of surgery, through recovery, and outside just before 4 o'clock. So it really wasn't long. And I'm gonna come right back at you guys with my post-op experience. Bye. Okay, so I'm back home now. I had my post-op appointment. It was scheduled for noon today, but they called my phone around 10:30 and said, hey, you can come in right now, it's dead. Which she lied, because there were like 7 other girls in there by the time that I got into the room. But they turned me out real quick in post-op. When I got back there, they looked at me, took pictures, kind of felt around, made sure everything was okay, explained all of my post-op procedures, what I need to do for my sutures, gave me some paperwork on post-op, and then she was like, all right, mommy, you're free to go, everything looks good. So right after that, I basically just hopped in an Uber straight to the airport. I got the standby ticket for an earlier flight than what I had originally planned on, and I was able to get on that plane. So here I am back in Charlotte, home. I'm going to do kind of like an overall experience wrap up in the morning because I'm kind of tired. My girls is swole. They still swole, looking crazy. And it's kind of time for me to like go to bed. See, they're even more swollen from like traveling. So I gotta get my bands, that little band that goes across your chest that they tell you to get. They did ask me to wear one, so I have one coming on the way from Amazon. It should be here tomorrow. And I can't wait to show you guys the final results.
Let me ease that stress. I wish you all were mine. It's so selfish. Maybe I'm feeling myself too much, I guess. But to my ladies all across the globe, in small